Welcome to Conversations with Agents of Change. I'm here today with Yogiraj, and we are talking about EcoShell and Fluorout. Welcome. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm good.
Great. So we are so pleased to have you here. And I would like to ask you, can you tell us about EcoShell first? What is EcoShell?
EcoShell is like a semi-solid sheet which can be used for the carbon capturing, and this is like a waste to earth product. The waste is in the form of eggshell, and currently the eggshell waste has been increasing a lot, and eggshell powder industry is moving very fast, and it might go up to 2.32 billion pound by 2032. So it is really important to reduce down the waste and make it worth for on the sustainable approaches, because back in India it's difficult to work on the sustainable approach because there are many problems going on the health sector. But after coming here, I have seen in the Belfast that there are many opportunities and the companies are really trying to work on the sustainable model. So this EcoShell is important for the companies which are really near to the oceans, and also the companies which are actually liberating out a lot of carbon dioxide, because this is much more about the carbon dioxide capture which already has been dissolved within the ocean. Talking about EcoShell, this idea came up to me when I was actually preparing for the synthetic biology competition of IJM. So this is one of the prestigious competition on the synthetic biology and works on the biobricks. We were actually discussing to build some of the new kind of plasmid to get the enzyme specific for the formation of this EcoShell, and then move on to the application side of it, because many of the researchers goes in such a way that there is always a fundamental knowledge and there is always some of the core knowledges behind it, but no one uses that knowledge to apply that for the society. And mainly when it comes to the sustainability or the carbon capturing, it is important to reduce the global warming effect. And I think it might be a really good initiative, or we can say a major chunk can be reduced in the form of carbon capture through EcoShell.
It's really interesting. I would like to ask you, what was the first thing that moved you to take action with these? What was the trigger? I mean, I know you were doing that through your academic journey,
It
but
was always about IGM project, because I have never thought that I will come up with such idea. Me and my friend were discussing about IGM and he wanted to find out some idea for the project, and then I came up with this. I had one professor called Nishant Vyas. He was always used to talk that we always have to apply some of our knowledge in the application way so that the society will be benefited from it, because science is much more about providing benefits to the society and community, and it's not only about the society but also about the environment. So synthetic biology is a new approach and a new boom which is making a place in the field of science. So I came up with this EcoShell idea through that motivation.
that's very interesting because it's trying to use something that's already there and use that in a very innovative way to fix a problem that, as you said, is very important for us to keep an eye on. And
It was about giving them idea in the form of written way, where we have to explain all about the competitors, what's the major idea is going to be there, what is the core part behind it, and how this particular idea is going to make a change in the future. So going ahead with this idea, I think we have to build a prototype for it, and based on the current situation of the industry for providing carbon credits and buying some of the carbon credits if they are actually emitting much more of the carbon dioxide outside or the carbon equivalents. So this idea will be able to capture those industry, and it will not just create the startup, but it might create an industry itself to provide benefits for different industries. So it is like a B2B model. It's not B2C model as such right now, but making some of the changes and making it more precise to be for the carbon capture, it will work very well with the industries.
you reckon this will be very beneficial work between multiple disciplines, including biochemists, engineers. How many areas of science and technology will be touching?
Like there will be only if we are considering biology, there are different criterias like molecular biology will be there. There will be biochemistry. There will be the general organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry for the cross building and the formation of the polymers. And to build the strength of it, we might need physicists, and not only on the part of the science, but also on the part of the business. We might have to focus on the supply chain management, how to market those things within the society, how to come up with different collaborations with the businesses so that we will be able to leverage our product with a big breakthrough maybe within the industry. And how should we actually make an impact with the government bodies? We have to collaborate with the government on this aspect, because that is not only the part of adding ships within the ocean, but we also have to think on the aquatic life as well, so that we should not lose with the biodiversity which we are currently losing because of the global warming.
Absolutely. And it is so important that it's part of the sustainability development goals. Would you tell us about your background?
I come from the background of biotechnology. I have completed my bachelor's and master's in biotechnology, and I literally have completed my master's during the time of COVID, and it was a difficult time, you all know. And I wanted to go for the PhD, but because of some of the restriction, and the life is all about ups and downs, so that was the biggest downfall I have faced in my career. After 2020, it was 5 years span where I was struggling to get a job, struggling to actually implement those ideas, struggling to be into some of the labs, actually, because you have to have some of the kind of similarity of the project thinking within the lab maybe. So that was a real downfall for me, but I then decided to move and switch my career to the MBA.
And how's that going? Can you find an intersection between these two?
It is going really well, because I have actually thought that I will gain some of the managerial knowledge about it, and then I will be able to apply that within the biological industry or the pharmaceutical industry as such in the next case. But after coming here, I came across the consulting firms and consulting fields where we actually can innovate some of the things in the others' business. So it is similar to the research, and it's not only about the scientific research, but about all the market research, and also on the product of the clients we might be facing with. I might be thinking for the future as well.
That's very exciting because you found an area of opportunity when the world was stopped by COVID, and you managed to overcome that and choose be resilient to stop to change that for your own good. And now you have discovered a new aspect of yourself with managing and business and innovation and